Hi, and welcome back to my Let's Play Dark Souls Remastered. This is going to be episode 20, and in this episode today, we're going to be clearing out the rest of Darkroot Garden for good. So that's going to entail 2 boss fights, and the reason why we are doing 2 boss fights is going to be revealed in the next episode, where we will also have 2 boss fights. So here we are in good old Darkroot Garden. We do have an upgraded halberd. This is something that I've been wanting to use for a while, and it's a very reliable weapon to get early on, and it can actually go all the way up to plus 15. So it's a very, very useful, very, very good weapon to have, as you can see. It's dealing quite a massive amount of damage. And we're just going to keep on going. Now, we did unlock the seal of Artorias, so we're going to be using that. Obviously, we need to stay at the bonfire, that way we don't end up in Undead Burg again. We are going to go explore this area first, however, because we have not been down here at all. So, we're doing this first. Now, these guys will spawn as soon as you pick this item up, so best to kill them now. That way you don't get basically rushed by these things. They do drop very useful clumps. They drop the purple, the red ones, and then they drop the ones that cure toxic as well. So very good. Alright, once again, we have the halberd, and the halberd does make this a very, very simple encounter, whereas this can actually be very difficult if you come in here without an upgraded weapon. Now, I believe I have put this up to at least plus 10 so far. So it is doing exactly what it needs to be doing. Get lucky here. Very lucky. Got the Elite Knight set there. I would probably use it, but I had to make a few adjustments to my build, considering how heavy the halberd is. I'd be fat rolling if I was to keep wearing the other chest piece I'm wearing, so I'm actually wearing a Hollow Knight chest piece. Which kind of looks shoddy, but it does the job. Now, I am wearing the Ring of Favor and the Ring of Steel Protection right now. The Ring of Steel Protection really isn't going to help me here, but there's not really much I have that will do something against this particular boss coming up here, so we're just gonna go with what we have. Moonlight Butterfly is actually a pretty easy boss. Not a lot really to say about it. Just dodge the magic attacks and wait for it to land, basically. Hopefully you can kill it in one landing phase. That's pretty much it. Not really much else to it. Kind of a pushover boss, really. There it is. Moonlight Butterfly. Not that difficult. Pretty darn easy, actually. So, continuing up the steps, there is an item that we would like to grab before we depart with this part of Darkroot Garden. And that is the Watchtower Basement Key, Divine Ember, and the Homeward Bone. I'm gonna bone on out. And we are back at the bonfire, the first bonfire in Darkroot. And now it's time to open up the sealed door. Now, when you come up to this area, you're going to have, I believe it's 4 different enemies that will try to rush you, so it's best to proceed very, very slowly and only aggro one at a time. They're all pretty easily parried, though, as I just demonstrated. Yep. So, not so bad. Take a drink of orange juice and keep on going. Alright, so we've already aggroed the mage now, so we're going to try and drag him a little bit further away from his friends. Okay, I don't think he's going to move. Alright, easy. Next up, I believe, will be the thief, the rogue-like one. I'm proceeding very cautiously because the one after this is the strongest one. Okay, he's aggroed. And we got a parry. There we go. Thief down. One last enemy to take out before we join another covenant, and basically make it so these things don't ever aggro on us again. Easy peasy. Never had a chance. Alright, so now it's time to go join the Covenant, and we're probably going to talk to the guy, Eastern guy. Going to get the Eastern armor. Now, like I told you before, I'm not going to be going through the dialogue. I'm just going to skip through it.
And here taketh this ring. If thou wearest that ring, if mine senses fend them off, sir, I shall see.
It was basically a PvP covenant. Kind of fun. A lot like the one in Dark Souls 3 in the swamp. So we'll talk to this guy here. He's going to tell us that you can't attack your friends or whatever.
That's about. Don't worry. Great.
Honor amongst thieves kind of thing. There's the ninja. We'll be dealing with him shortly. Later on they appear down in Blighttown in the bottom there. And the guy in the armor sells weapons and stuff like that. But it's nothing useful. So I end up I usually just kill them both, because the ninja gives you a really good ring to wear. And you can't get that ring any other way, so best to do that. So we're going to explore, we're going to go towards this item up here, and we're going to get bum rushed by these things. And there's stronger versions of the ones that we ran into in the beginning. As you can see, they're taking more than one hit to kill. Essentially the same enemy though. Yeah, so having a little swig of orange juice and moving on. Yeah, even more. It could get a little sketchy here with all these guys. That grab attack doesn't do near as much damage as I thought it would when he first did it. I got a little bit freaked out when he first did that grab attack. I was like, oh, come on now, don't kill me. Nope, no such luck. Did basically about a fifth of my health, which isn't enough to kill me by any means. Especially when I've got the flask upgraded to +3. So, alright, here we go. Gonna grab the Eastern armor. I know of a skip where you can skip a lot of this by jumping off of there at just the right spot, but I'm not going to be doing anything like that. I am on console, and when you're on console, you don't get save states, so there's no point in practicing any types of skips unless they are something that I can do, like the Sen's Fortress skip, something like that. And then if I fail, I can always reload and try again. So, no, not doing any of those advanced PC type skips. Heading on down, we're going to cross the bridge. And there's going to be a few pretty heavy-duty enemies up here. As you can see, I did die, and the way I died was I fell off the side, actually, trying to figure out how to get up here, and I didn't realize you could just walk right up this slope. So, Anyway, when you run into these guys, they hit pretty hard. The best thing to do is just get them to spin at you, come back to the trees, and then you can attack them from a safe spot like this. Now they are dangerous. These are very dangerous enemies. They hit very hard and they hit very fast. So just exercise caution, and there is more than one of them. So just be aware that when you're fighting one, you're gonna have probably two more looking at you. I think there are 3 total. So yeah, as you can see in the distance there, we have 2 more coming at us. So we're just going to exercise caution and play it safe. Probably do heavy attack spams to kill him, because it is a pretty nice heavy attack with the halberd. It does hit really hard. That is what you need to watch out for, though. And once they get you in a situation like this, it could be game over. So just make sure that you find your way back to safety. I mean, if you're OP, go right in there and take them on. Maybe you can parry their bites, but I like to play it safe, especially when I'm exploring. Got really lucky. Now he's dead. Last one, or she, not sure if it's a male or female, to be honest. And that one's dead too. So there we go. Moving right along. I'm gonna pick up our item. It's a large soul of a brave warrior. That's a nice amount of souls there. And we are at our first treasure chest and only treasure chest here in Darkroot Cavern. And it's guarded by these great big mushrooms. Now, these guys hit like a Mack truck. They are extremely strong. The little friends don't do really anything at all. They just kind of wander around right now. They do in another spot, but not here. Anyway, these guys are great for farming gold pine resin. So if you ever need gold pine resin, they do respawn, and they are always located right in this area, and they are a great source of gold pine resin, as you can see. In that, let me tell you, gold pine resin is worth its weight in gold. It is so good for every boss fight, and coincidentally, you can use it on the halberd. Now, you can't use gold pine resin on Black Knight weapons or anything of that sort, so don't worry about that. But this build is designed to not have a Black Knight weapon. It's designed for a no-stress playthrough where you don't need to have a Black Knight weapon. Although, having a Black Knight weapon would be much better, but it's not necessary, especially with this build. And open up our chest, and what do we have? We have the Enchanted Ember, and we've got that. So now we're going to bone on back to the bonfire. We're going to go through the door here, and now we're going to go get ourselves the Ring of Artorias. which grants you abyss walking abilities. We need that ring in order to advance the game. So we need to fight this boss up here coming up. So we're gonna make our way to it. We of course have to go through the Covenant area that we went through. I think I might have gotten lost on the way, but that's alright, that's alright. We're going to go right through that gate there. First we're going to talk to him and see if he's selling anything. No, he's not.
You'll be cool hunters.
Yep. He's not selling nothing. So, heading on through, drop on down. And then it's basically a run right straight through here. Now you could, after hitting up that bonfire that we just hit up, you could go ahead and get some more gold pine resin if you'd like to. This place is a great spot for that. But there is where we are going, right there. That is our destination. So we're going to equip our gold pine resins. That way we're able to have them accessible for this boss fight because we're going to need it. And make your way right on over to the big sword and watch the cutscene. It's a big dog. Gigantic one. Now don't let him scare you. Just to let you know, he did end up killing me the first time. This is a second round in here. I just wanted to make it nice and seamless so you could see the cutscene and then the fight immediately. But this was only my second try, and I beat him. My first try, it had been so long since I fought him that I forgot to have my shield out, and he did the unblockable attack that he can do with his sword, which he swings it around twice. Spins it around twice there, and on the second hit it always hits. Yeah, that's the one. No, that wasn't the one. He's gonna do it again. Now that is the safest spot to be in, right underneath him like that. That right there, you need to block that uppercut there. Alright, doing his 3 attack now. Yeah, the uppercut definitely needs to be blocked at all times. He didn't do his unblockable very much to me, this particular one. I actually got really good RNG for this fight. But, yeah, that's the one. This is unblockable, but anyway. That was the fight of Sif, and we got the Ring of Artorias now. So now we're able to go right ahead and Abyss Walk.